Stop looking for validation, you start making bold moves. You take risks. You go after what you truly want without hesitation. People may not understand your vision, and that's okay. It's not their job to see it as yours. When you truly believe in what you're doing, you don't need applause or approval. The results will speak for themselves. Instead of waiting for permission, trust that you are enough. The only validation that truly matters is the one you give yourself. Real success isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the dark when no one is watching. Most people want to shine before they've put in the work. They want recognition before they've developed the skills. But the truth is, if you're serious about growth, you have to be willing to grind in silence. The real progress happens behind the scenes, in the hours when there's no applause, no approval, and no audience. The problem is people are too focused on looking successful instead of actually becoming successful. Social media has made it easy to show off, to make it look like you're making moves when you're really just performing for validation. But posting about success and actually achieving it are two different things. The people who truly make it are the ones who do the work when nobody's clapping for them. They study when everyone else is partying. They practice when nobody is paying attention. They invest in themselves when no one is watching. Working in the dark means being patient enough to build without expecting instant rewards. It's understanding that mastery takes time and real progress isn't always visible right away. Too many people quit because they don't see immediate results. They put in effort for a few weeks or months, and when they don't get recognition or validation, they stop. But the ones who succeed are the ones who stay committed even when it feels like nothing is happening. There's a reason why some of the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and creators disappear for a while before they come back stronger than ever. They're not worried about being seen. They're focused on improving. They take the time to sharpen their skills, refine their craft, and level up in ways most people never do. And when they finally step into the light, their success speaks for itself. Most people don't respect what they don't see. They don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, the failures, the hours of practice, or the struggles that happen behind closed doors. But that's where the real transformation happens. If you're willing to put in the effort when no one is looking, when no one is praising you, when no one even knows what you're doing, you set yourself up for the kind of success that can't be denied. Most people rely on motivation to get things done, but motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world, and other days you don't feel like doing anything at all. That's why you can't depend on motivation to reach your goals. Discipline is what separates successful people from those who never quite make it. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Motivation is great when it's there, but what happens when it's gone? What happens when you're tired, frustrated, or feeling stuck? That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is about consistency. It's about making a commitment to yourself and sticking to it no matter what. It's waking up early to work on your dream even when you'd rather sleep in. It's showing up for yourself every single day even when the excitement wears off. People who rely on motivation start and stop constantly. They get excited about a new goal, push hard for a few weeks, and then slowly fade out when the initial energy dies down. But discipline doesn't fade. It keeps you moving forward, even when progress feels slow. It keeps you focused when distractions come knocking. It keeps you in the game long after most people have given up. One of the biggest misconceptions about discipline is that it requires you to be superhuman, but that's not true. Discipline is just a habit. It's a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. At first it feels difficult. Waking up early, staying committed, and pushing through discomfort isn't easy, but over time it becomes second nature. What once felt like a struggle turns into a routine. What once required effort becomes automatic. Successful people don't always feel motivated, but they've trained themselves to act regardless of how they feel. They understand that emotions are temporary, but habits create results. They don't let their feelings dictate their actions. They stick to their plan whether they're in the mood or not. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. There will be days when you feel uninspired, days when doubt creeps in, days when you question if it's even worth it. But discipline keeps you moving forward. It pushes you past the excuses, past the setbacks, past the moments when you'd rather quit. It's not about waiting for the right mood or the perfect moment. It's about making a decision and following through no matter what. That's how real success is built. In a world where everyone is trying to prove themselves, too many people waste time talking about what they're going to do instead of just doing it. They announce their plans, they make big statements, and they constantly seek validation from others. But real success doesn't come from talking, it comes from results. The people who truly make it don't spend their energy trying to convince the world that they're on the right path. They let their work do the talking. The problem with constantly talking about your plans is that it creates a false sense of accomplishment. When you tell people about your goals, you get a quick rush of excitement and approval. You might even get encouragement and praise. But words don't build businesses. Words don't create wealth. Words don't make dreams come true. Action does. Every minute spent explaining yourself is a minute that could have been spent executing. People respect results. They respect what they can see, not what they hear. You don't have to convince people that you're grinding if your results speak for themselves. You don't have to prove to anyone that you're working hard when your progress is undeniable. When you truly put in the work, you won't need to explain yourself. The evidence will be clear. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to get credit before they've done the work. They want recognition before they put in the effort. But success doesn't work like that. The most successful people disappear for a while. They go silent. They grind in private, and when they finally step forward, they have something real to show. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck. Talking about success and achieving success are two completely different things. It's easy to make promises, set goals, and share your dreams with the world. But the real challenge is in the execution. It's in showing up every day, putting in the hours, making sacrifices, and staying committed even when no one is watching. That's where real success is built. People often feel the need to explain themselves because they want approval. They want people to understand why they're making certain moves. But true confidence doesn't come from other people's approval. It comes from knowing you're putting in the work. You don't need to explain your process to anyone. You don't need to justify your choices. Let your success be your explanation. If you look at the people who have made it to the top, they all have one thing in common. They don't waste time trying to convince others. They don't spend energy defending their dreams. They stay focused. They stay quiet, and they keep moving forward. By the time people notice what they've built, it's already too late to question. Their results do all the talking. Success isn't about making noise, it's about making progress. The ones who truly achieve something great are the ones who don't need to announce it. They put in the work, they stay consistent, and they let the results speak for themselves. Instead of talking about what you're going to do, just do it. Instead of explaining why you're making a certain move, just make it. Instead of trying to convince people to believe in you, believe in yourself and show them why they should. The ones who truly win in life aren't the ones making the most noise, they're the ones getting the most done.